up, guys? I'm gonna be reading a Wattpad story with Kayla and my friend Jelly.
Wait, which one am I supposed to read?
You're supposed to read mine, nitwit.
The Story of Insanity?
Whichever one you want.
Okay, I'll read that.
Okay, hi YouTube.
Okay, hi Jelly.
Wait.
This is Jelly's first time. This is Jelly's first appearance on my channel. Okay, I'm gonna start reading now. Everyone, shut up. Shut up! I said Jelly. God. It was the following morning, Saturday. Eve woke up and sat up on her bed. She looked around room. She looked around. She looked around the room and didn't see Jake. She touched the back of her head. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I lost track. She touched the back of her head where she got hurt and noticed bandages wrapped around her head. Where's Jake? Eve questioned herself. I'm right here, Jake replied while entering the room. So you finally woke up. I was worried that you wouldn't wake up. So I stayed the night to make sure you're okay. Sorry. You're okay. Eve put on a relieved face and huffed. Huffled? What? What is huffed? What does huffed mean? What's huffed? What does huffed mean?
What? Wait.
Huffed? What does huffed mean?
And huffed, dude, and huffed.
I huffed. Okay, I huffed. Thanks for talking. God dang it!
You suck at reading books, Tabby. God, I couldn't. Don't even read this.
I know. Okay. Thanks for taking me home and looking after. But wait, what? And looking after. But aren't your parents worried? Eve asked. Jake just stared Eve with stoic expressions. Stoic. They're dead. Man, you're missing your freaking. You're missing your What's it called again?
What?
You're missing your little dots on there. The little line. I forgot.
I know, like, cause he just said it like plainly, you know. He's like, they're dead. Like.
They're dead. Jake replied with his stoic expression. Eve was just stared. God dang it!
Oh my God!
Just stared at Jake, surprised. I'm sorry for asking. You were the only child, right? Eve questioned. Yeah, Jake nodded. She then She then remembered something. Jake's last name was Mendez. Oh my God, Jelly. You kidding me right now?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna freaking cry.
That she remembered about seeing a case about Jake's parents and how they died. You put the. But she decided to stay quiet because she didn't want Jake to flip out and go crazy. Eve lighted tilted. That's not how you spell tilted, you butthead.
I know.
Her head down and looked sad. Is there something wrong? Jake asked. No, it's nothing. I just remembered something. I think it's. Oh my God, I forgot to put a space after the period. I think it's time I should tell you about what you're getting yourself involved. Eve started. Stated. Yeah, you should after what happened yesterday. Jake urged. Eve nodded. Urged. Well, remember all those guys you encountered and the two I killed? Did you notice that they were all wearing the same tuxedo with a white bird mark on it? Well, those guys are a very skilled secret organization of murderers. They walked around town sometimes at night murdering people. They killed. I'm done. This is too scary for me. Okay, they killed them. If I could read Khan's sneaking disgusting comic, I could read this.
Yeah, come on, you got this.
Okay, they killed by sticking knives all over their bodies until they bleed to death, and that's why they only carry knives with them. Those guys killed my parents here in my house 3 months ago before school started. That's why you see knife marks on the doors in some parts of the house. Our teacher, Miss Smith, helping me kill their leader, and the organization. He was the only one who found their base and told me to go look for it to make sure, and he was right. Their base was the alley you followed me.
Allie. It's Allie.
Oh, alley you followed me in,
That alley.
and those bodies you saw were their victims. The reason we went to cemetery, we went to.
What are you guys on? What chapter are you guys on?
I'm chapter 3.
Okay, go.
You sound like that cow from AZF movies.
I
Want to
know.
go skateboards?
So you want to go
Want to go skateboards?
Oh my god.
And was to have an encounter with them and hope to and you were at
And to hopefully.
them and to hopefully find their leader. You see their leader, leader doesn't appear unless someone kills a good amount of his men, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to kill as much as of his men so he can appear and I can kill him. But now since you're involved, by the way, you are.
I saw that right, funny. Oh my god.
They will be hunting you down too, Eve explained. Jake, hold on, how long is this? Okay, I'm almost done. Jake just stayed in shock after what he heard. Well, I don't mind being involved. I just want to help you out because I know how it feels like to lose your family, Jake said while smiling to Eve. Eve smiled back. Eve got out of bed and went to the kitchen to make breakfast. Jake followed her into the kitchen. After they finished eating, Eve took out a knife from the kitchen drawer and handed it to Jake. Well, if you're involved, I need to teach you how to fight, Eve declared. Jake took the knife and nodded. Follow me, Eve demanded. Jake followed Eve to the backyard. It was very big and nice until he saw a bunch of knives over the place. Eve picked up all the knives and threw each knife into the stone wall that surrounded the backyard. The knives stayed stuck to the wall, and Jake was surprised. Well, then I'll be your teacher. Lesson 1. Learn how to throw knives properly, like I just did now, Eve instructed. Hours and hours of pure training passed. It was already around 3. Jake already knew the basics of fighting. He knew hand-to-hand combat and how to use a knife very well. He was able to make his knives stick into the place on the stone wall like Eve. Jake impressed Eve because he was able to beat her in hand-to-hand combat, and he was very skilled with the knife, just like her. Jake was very exhausted and hungry. I'm impressed, Jake. You're now ready. You're now ready. I'm gonna make lunch, Eve stated. Eve walked to the kitchen. Hold on, let me make my screen bigger. To make lunch. She was very good at cooking. After the comma! After they finished eating, they went out of the house and back to the same alley as they went yesterday in hope to find the leader. When they got there, even Jake noticed that all the dead corpses were gone. The two of them took out their knives and started to walk around the alley to only find nothing but dead ends. I guess they found out we found their base, Eve declared. Jake cut his fingers. Drops of blood were dripping down one by one. I'm slowly looking behind my back. He then touched the wall with relieved a new path. Look, Jake pointed out. The path was very dark and foggy. Even though the sun hasn't went down, Jake and Eve walked down the path. They heard screams of kids, girls, and guys. Jake even ran down towards the screams, which they were getting louder. They were getting closer. Finally, they found the screams were coming from. Sorry, had an air bubble in my throat. Coming from. As soon as they got there, it stopped. A man and lady with a kid were killed by a man in a tuxedo of the secret organization. Jake charged the man in pure rage. Jake, wait! Eve screamed, but it was too late. Jake stabbed the man in his heart. Then 5 more men came charging at Jake. 2 at his right, 2 another at his left, 1 from above. They were fast, but Eve was faster. Hold on, let me make my screen all the way low. Eve was faster. Eve threw a knife at the man coming from above. Jake went straight from 2 coming at his left, and Eve went 2 at the right. It was 2 against 1, but that didn't stop them from killing them. Jake kicked one of the guys in the face and stabbed the one that was coming behind him. He then stabbed the other guy. Eve threw another knife at one guy and punched and stabbed the other one. 6 more coming running out of the shadows. Eve and Jake were stabbing and killing all the guys. Tons of blood shooting and pouring in on all directions. Eve and Jake got some cuts from the guys. They were getting tired. All of a sudden, they heard a laugh. Ha ha ha. So I see. The two of you are very skilled. I thought 11 men would be enough to kill you two. I guess I was wrong. Prepare yourself for our next encounter. You won't win easily, sneered the man. Even Jake couldn't see his body or face, but they knew it was the leader. The two were too tired to go after him. Oh, we'll be ready. I got a trick up my sleeve. Wait, haven't I heard that from somewhere?
You better believe.
Yeah.
I got tricks on my sleeve.
Oh my god, I'm like, wait a second. I heard that somewhere. Eve thought to herself. Jake and Eve went back to Eve's house and called it a day.
Do I have to? I'm read Kylie's now.
Okay, go.
My father, I loved him so much. My brother, my angel. They're gone now. I'm here by myself. What do I do? Gets hit in the head. Bark.
Next.
Oh my
God. Don't go. The freak, I skipped it.
Oh my god, hold up. Wait, ow, my finger. Hold on. Okay, next chapter.
Okay, don't go too far, Imola said. Okay, big brother.
By the way, wait, pause.
Wait,
It's
Imola
not-
is a girl. I thought it was a boy.
It's a boy, okay? And by the way, it's not Ebola, it's Ebola. Keep going.
She runs and touches the grass with her feet. Come, let's have fun. Insandy screams. It's insanity, not insanity.
It's Insanity, that's her old name. Keep reading.
Oh, I'm tired, Imola said. Let's go inside, he said. Why, puppy face? And Sandy said, it's getting dark now, he said. They both went home. Mommy. I would have been like, Mommy. She hugged her mother with care. Dinner's ready. Go sit down at the rug. Mom demanded. They ate. Period. They were eating.
I won the freaking game.
Okay. They were eating their father's favorite supper. Dad would have liked this, Imola said. I know, sweetie. And you weren't supposed to say, you weren't supposed to put said with the S, you know,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
with the capital S, okay?
Okay.
The father was not there. He was dead.
You're telling me that I should put the little dots. Like
One night, he was kidnapped and killed before his supper. One mate. Not many wolves had white fur, and Sandy and two other wolves had white fur. The other two wolves moved so they would lower the chances of them getting killed. Right now, and Sandy was the only one in her village that had white fur. Ginger fur was also rare. About 30 wolves had it in the whole universe. And 6 other wolves were ginger in the village. It was bedtime for them. Remember what to do when someone tries to take you, he asked with pride. Scream, kick, bite, and barks, he said with pride. She said with pride, oh my god. Good. Said with worry. Okay. Next chapter. Okay. Alright, and Sandy hears noises. I like how she puts it with a little thingy. What's that?
I know.
Someone with a mask. Imola, she gets put into a bag and muffles, trying to get out. The kidnappers arrive at the location. She wakes up. At the corner of us, she sees a wolf. She panics and starts to bark, but she had duct tape on her mouth. This won't hurt, the kidnapper said. It feels like I'm reading Twilight. He slowly pushed a needle in her flesh. She was now tied up. She woke up and felt very energetic. You see, I like to do that pause.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
She barked loud.
You barked loud as you could.
As she could and got the duct tape. Then she got out of the chains that held her. She started to giggle, now louder and now even louder. Hee ho, here ho ho.
No, autocorrect got me there.
I You spelled psycho wrong.
No, I didn't.